Action pets gaming. Chill vibes tonight. Chill vibes tonight. Laid back life. Laid back. No stress, no fight. No stress, no fight. Throwing parts together. Throwing parts. Crafting all night. Get ready to build. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Chill vibes tonight. Chill vibes tonight. Laid back life. No stress, no fight. No stress, no fight. Throwing parts together. Crafting all night. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right.
Well, good evening and greetings to all you travelers and of course all you builders out there. It's me, Kevin C, here with a random build and chill. We're going to be messing around with this setup a little bit more because I'm debating on putting out a tutorial on it. I was watching Beebs this morning and he, I think, figured out how to freaking get a hab vertical. So we got to figure out that. I'm gonna have to talk to Beeb and see what's going on with that one. I got pictures sent of it, so I'm curious about it. I was Sergeant initially. I did start speaking and it was muted, but I caught it right away. Anyway, it is September the 12th of 2025. It is 7 minutes after the 6 p.m. hour, at least from where I'm sitting. Yeah, is it a little laggy? All right. Dark Lord, no, but Beeble did. Beeble got a vertical, but in a sideways fashion, not like we're thinking. But if he can do that, then something's possible. I need to know. Yeah, I know. I gotta, that's the thing about this community, man. It's like we all kind of figure out a little bit, like we all find, there's. So I got an encoding overload, but it's set exactly how I had it set when it was doing just wonderful. All right, we'll bring it down again. See what happens. All right, anyway, let's get to it. So, I've got a better method for circles than the original. Levity, what's going on? Just snapped out of it? Okay. I just changed some of the settings too, so we'll see what happens. Zesty in with the memberships. Thank you so much. Dashboard Devil gets a membership. Welcome. Don't forget the 07. The Zesty one. Bringing the spice to the chat. At least the memberships. Thank you so much. So I did a 32. I got a little bit of a wonk in it because when you start doing that, it gets a little crazier. I need to know what Beeble did. I am freaking downright curious at this point. I have a little bobble in this one. I'm going to attempt to fix it. But well, unfortunately, I still got to work tomorrow. Right, so I have one that's off right here, but I have a feeling I might be able to fix it. Actually, the one that's off is the one I'm standing on, I think. But we have a 32. It's pretty decent. Now, Beeble had, when I was watching Beeble this morning, Beeble had gone to a settlement, landed in a spot because apparently on settlements you land in the same spot. So he was able to get a center point, and then he did, he got a circle going. Oh, his method could break the save. Okay. So, you know, I've been trying to do stuff where you don't have to leave the building area. Zesty, thank you so much for the $10 Canadian super chat. Oh, Canada, that's the only lyrics I know. But thank you so much. I think that's Canadian dollars right there. So I've been trying to find an easier way and a more accurate way to manually place and create the half circle. But, you know, Beeble has sort of a snap/manual placement, at least from what I saw. But then he, with $1.25. But then I got a message and it showed he had done something freaking crazy. See if I can't find it. So he did a side hab. I'm gonna watch that. Not right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Find out what's going on with all that. Because, well, we need to play. All right, so so I've kind of got a new setup. Some of you have seen it, others have not. And yeah, here's where we kind of, here's where it shifted or something. So I started doing the 32 and it got kind of wonky. Yeah, right here. But the 8 and the 16 are, you know, pretty darn close to perfect. Now, we were using originally, and let's get out of this here. I'm gonna keep this for a minute, but T-bags, what's going on? Just making a 32 just to see if I could. We've gotten a lot better manual placement for making circles without, you know, having to go, you know, to, and apparently people are saying that it potentially can break the game. So, you know, we want to kind of keep that from happening. All right, let's get into another one that is not the 32. And I might need to go into a different save, which I do. Okay, so anyway, been trying to find a method that is not game breaking, hopefully, and you know, it's more accurate than we've been doing with our original setup. And so far this has proven to be pretty good. So I've done a few runs on it, and I've been doing, you know, it's been pretty consistent. You know, I look at, you know, what we can to, you know, to see how in line everything is. Now, the 32, the reason that one gets a little bit more difficult, yeah, exactly, Super Soft, yeah. Very hard to get in. Did you have to mod for that, Dark Lord? So, let's go through the method, all right? Let's try and do it from the beginning here. I gotta watch what Beeb did. I am so unbelievably curious. Like, what do you do? So he did something. We don't know. I'm not sure what. Where does this end? I can't build here, huh? Alright, we're gonna start beginning, right? Matter of fact, I am going to delete all of this. We'll continue modifying. And we will start like we're starting fresh. I am going to move that ship back over there, though. Sound opera. Welcome. Alright, we're going to build the platform first. Yeah, we got to. Might as well do that. Alright, a 32 in my opinion is probably going to be too much. So we're going to start with this, and we will go from there. Alright, I'm gonna bring, I don't know why I just did what I did, but we had to. I should have done that earlier. I just got home from work, like, not too long ago, so my apologies. But I had told some people I was gonna stream. I thought I was gonna get home a lot earlier. But in fact, it turned into a late flipping day. I'm working at this house, freaking gorgeous, right on a lake, wall of windows, beautiful, beautiful home. And I'll be back about a month or so, probably. Nice folk. All right, so we got a platform, right? Which we need in order to get some of this stuff done. Yeah. So, exactly. So, a 32, I wanted to see if it were possible and to be pretty accurate, and it is. But it's, with the part count being 100, it's pointless, you know, exactly. Thank you for the math there. Sound out there. It would be a waste of resources. I might, Rico, but right now, from what I'm hearing, it is extremely dangerous. It is potentially game breaking, or, you know, save, you know, you're in trouble if you mess with it too much. You could break your game. Aha, you will not do that, so we gotta remove you, add you to here. Then we can add you. I forgot you want to stick to that. Then we double, triple, quadruple check to make sure that that's in the center. We don't screw up. Now, I know it's sort of designed for later, but I do this, I don't know why. True. I mean, you know, there are uses for it, but I think an 8 or a 16 is probably probably good enough. All right, now, what I kind of figured out here in order to get, because we don't have a build camera in this, was this particular alignment. This is the worst one. Everyone after this is okay. And I will explain what it is I am doing here momentarily. Again, it is manual placement. I would like to find a way where we could have a center point to work from, but, you know. I wonder if I do it here. I wonder if that would be easier, or it's easier to see. Alright, I just turned it down. Don't even tell me that. So I'm using sort of this line here where I'm going to place the cursor. I'm going to get into exactly what I'm looking for in a moment. It's just kind of difficult on this one particular one because of the deco that is there. After this, unless you do a 32, then you encounter this part of this part again. Just trying to get my character where it should be. And that was the thing I was noticing before with the other part, is trying to get your character in position so that the piece isn't twisted. Yeah, I'm always doing it. Now, I like the window. A lot of people like the stairs. The window I like for doing the manual placement because it gives me that option of, horizontal or lengthwise, right? Mike UK, what's going on? Victor Harry's always around. So now we used to use this part initially for our circle, which was not at all what I'm about to do. I need to be in this menu. We used to use this, or I used to use this part, but the collision bubble and centering your character and all of that, you could never get it quite good enough, right? So then we switched to this thing, and I noticed a particular thing that was happening, and I'm like, I wonder if that is the way to get my character lined up and be as straight on as possible. And it seems to be. All right, like I said, I just got home from work. I'm not kidding, like 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. So bear with me. I may need to take a quick work phone call. Oh, no, I think I passed the time I have to use that thing. But I do need some nip-nip. I did a lot of crazy lifting and moving and craziness today, so I need some pain relief. But I'm gonna still babble. So I need y'all to concentrate on this part right here for right now. You're gonna look at this area right here. Right where my cursor is, and those lines. Something super soft, yeah. Super soft dream. It's the energy you need for building in No Man's Sky. Super soft dream. I'm gonna turn my camera off. Boop. I'm gonna babble. I'm gonna sound like I'm from across the room, and because I am. All right, those two lines are important for what we're about to get into. The Humpty Dance. So, if you play with controller, like I do, you're using the left stick to move your character around, right? And your right joystick does the cursor, where you're looking. So, what I was noticing with the other part is I never knew if my character was aligned to what I needed it to be. So, I didn't know what to do. And then I was like, I didn't like that piece for some reason in terms of using it for our circle. Better? Let me know. Thank you, Mike. Abdullah Forkentiki. Tarby camera. All right, good. So, I couldn't figure out a way to like make sure that your character was in line with, you know, your reference. And then I was goofing about the other night. Some of you were here for that. And I noticed these lines. And I'm like, you know what? Doesn't matter like kind of where my cursor is, but if I can line up those lines, let go of the left stick. Is it better now anyway, though, or do you want me to turn or should the music go back up? And now I'm going to drop my cursor into this space, right? And I'm going to try to keep it, you know, as in the same spot as possible. Now, this is a deeper cut into this piece, so where the reference lies is a little bit different, but this works. I also recommend using your torch or flashlight because it highlights and you can see things a lot better. So what I'm doing is I'm using my left stick here to kind of move my character back and forth until I get thank you. I appreciate that, Abdullah. Now we see how those lines right here are, you know, everything's kind of with the floor, you know, with our hab. That line, you know, is now, everything's lined up. So now I take the right stick, or my look, and I bring that into position. Because now my character's where they should be. And then free place the window. Learned it hand, welcome. And then here we go again. You know, you want to kind of get so you have like a little bit of negative space here. I've been finding. I mean, whatever works for you, obviously. But so far, this is what I've been noticing. And I'm looking. Now, see that bottom line is off to the right a little bit, right? I bring this in. Now, it doesn't start as a center point. You'll create that, you know, obviously later-ish. All right, so I'm going to lean in here so I can see exactly. I want to get this as perfect as possible. These are my eyes. Now there's a little dippy-do here where I'm standing, so I want to try to actually have my character be, you know, kind of in a stable standing position as well. Boom, there we go. So I'm now going to let the left stick go, and I'm just going to use the right stick on the controller. And I'm going to drop the cursor in here. And obviously you want to be as in line with that as well, but you know, all the highlighting here is, you can even see sort of a light, you know, where the light is hitting the inner crease of that, you know, we'll call it the crack or line or the detail bit right there. Andre Vandal, welcome. And again, like you can see there's like sort of a V cut here. And I'm kind of trying to use every bit of, you know, visual reference I can to line that up. And it really, you know, if you're not being as nerdy as I am right now, you can do this actually pretty quickly and it still works great. And it's way more accurate than the other one. Like 100 times more accurate, I promise. With far less effort, and you can actually, do a lot more, a lot quicker than the last one, I feel. And as always, if you need to go back and fix it, you can. Yes, this is not snapping. Yes, you will find yourself having some crazy issues, as per any manual placement building. But once you do this 3 times, you kind of, you get the idea. But this lets me know that the character is right where I need it. And another thing with this part is you can, create your circle without having to a lot easier to find your reference, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Come on, drop in there. Come on. I had it. Manual placement. You don't have much choice. You can do the beep method and, try to build off of your... Maybe. Double tap. What's going on? Looks pretty lined up. And then you can kind of see just here in the setup, that it's relative. Again, it is not perfect. That's for you, Rev, excuse me. Revivalizer. So there's going to be a drinking game when I stream. Okay, and anytime I say, and again, you have to take a drink. Even I know that I say that. A lot of times because it's, I'm just trying to hammer a point. But see how that's all lining up? Gary 420, what's going on? Just keep breathing. Yes, Mike, thank you. I forgot to thank you for that. Okay, so characters in line. Now we're going to bring our cursor in. And there you go. We now have an 8-sided, circular. And you can go through and, you can nitpick as much as you want or as little as you want. But this has far less capability of twisting on you like the other part did. A reveal, thank you, you are correct. And the part won't do that weird twist on you. So now, the other reason I like the windows, but I haven't used it yet, is because you can have a choice of going either way with it, You can flip it however you want. However, if you want to cross this, or 45 it, you must place that one again. All right, so now if we kind of take a look, yeah, although it does this weird thing. If we look at all the V cuts, see, it unrenders quite a bit. We'll notice that it's a lot. Yeah, but them four-siders can be tricky, bro. You know, there's a little bit of a height discrepancy. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. A little height discrepancy. That might be the one right here. So this one here. But it is manual placement. I'm wondering as well if we could use, you know, the top here. And you could do another design perhaps, or get that. Although now I don't have that reference line up. I mean, you could do this and eyeball it. But Andre Vandal, yes, it is. And again, it was just, you know, I never knew when the character, and it was so hard to tell when your character was, you know, lined up with it. So, yeah, that's at a different angle. It looks the same, but it's not. All right, let's bring these out. This is odd. Like, why are those two not connected? You know, they still need to work on that one, I think. And then we'll do our, oops. And now, oh, wait a minute, I know why. Let's do that. Let's move this here. Let's do that. Wow. Okay, fine. Malinsky. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so now we'll get our last angle. Which is this one here. So we'll line that line up. If you look at the parts aren't even symmetrical, you know? So again, you know, just line up these lines. Where's Rev? I could go right between on the seam too, you know, that's pretty consistent all the way around. But I'm not shooting for, you know, super perfection. There might be a, you know, a slight height difference, you know, on it. But if you don't want to go through, you know, parts on, you know, terrain parts, floor panels, and you know, you just want to build in this space station, you know, I think for making circles, it's pretty darn good. Yeah, it is Sound Author. It's like once we put these together, you'll see. And it's just, and again, it was all about getting your character back in position. For those of you just showing up and wondering what the hell I'm talking about. Like, why is he staring at that so intently? Well, that would be because trying to line these lines up. And that's almost that cursor width right there in that reveal. Bringing me back to the old school days. Trying to figure out how to make a darn circle. Pre-build camera. Like this is as OG as it gets right here. Yeah, this is way better than the Cargo Link. I was noticing with the Cargo Link, you know, it was twisting an awful lot. I couldn't quite figure out how to get my character in the proper position, you know, so that we were straight on to that angle. And then, you know, I was like, what else is round? Oh, yeah, that's right, this. And that's where we got. Whoa. And to reiterate, this is manual placement. Perfection you will not achieve. Close to perfection you will probably get, but it's the almost perfect circle. That's what we're trying to achieve. And there you go. Could have probably been done a little bit faster, but all right, we will apply our edits. I will come over here and we will take a walk. Break out the camera. You know, height-wise, yes. There are, you know, there's a little bit of height discrepancies here and there. But even compared to the last method, they are much less severe. You know, with the other method, I was noticing too much of a up and down, like a wave with the parts, like, you know, and you could significantly see it. You know, it was, you know, very visual. And well, you could probably do this in 20 minutes if you're just kind of doing it without, you know, me stopping and explaining and nip and all that. So now we can, what did I put it on top of? So what I did here was, because I wanted, you know, I didn't want to have to deal with the landing gear stuff, right? And I can bring this down one. But, you know, I built the platform so that I could, you know, walk around the radar dish. And now what we'll do is we'll delete our platform. So we'll go through bump, 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 bump. So, you know, I put the landing gear down initially, put one of these on top of it, so that way, like, I knew I could come down, you know, to eventually meet it. It would be a little closer to the ground, unlike the last times, where the landing gear became kind of a point of contention. So, you know, we started in the middle, right? So we remove that for now. And then we'll draw these in. Now, is it as perfect as, you know, having a snapped floor panel and having your build camera handy? You know, no. But if you don't want to, you know, if you don't want to leave this spot to do your building. Yeah, so we have a height discrepancy there. We could probably fix that. But in terms of, you know, the rotational bit, it's much better than the cargo link. Right, so sound author, you know, you have to build that platform so you can walk around and, you know, be able to see your reference. So it does sit up a little bit, but, you know, if you bring in, which is kind of what I want anyway, I want it to look, you know, floating. So if you bring in, you know, the landing gear, we're about a half room away, right? Which we can, you know, easily bring this whole thing down by a half without even thinking about it. Or, you know, you just do that. And then you could bring this down again and even cover the landing gear and still probably, you know, have a way to get in. You know, you put the cockpit here, have this a drop down, you know, easy. Or move your landing gear, you know, off to the side instead. So, I mean, you can get back what you need. But I feel like with the other way, you know, it was twisted or, you know, the height was significantly different, you know, and you could tell as you know, walked around it. You know, if we wanted to, we could bring that radar dish back in and redo, you know, whatever you're not happy with. You're like, oh, that's a little bit more off than the other one. But yeah, it's a lot faster than the other way, sound out there. You are 100%. Kind of the other reason I like it. And it's more accurate. No worries, the legendary legendaries. Thank you for stopping in. You know, anytime is good time. And I do have to work tomorrow, so I can't stay on super late tonight like I did the other day when I said I had to work. Yeah, and dragging behind that day. All right. Will the cowl pieces snap to the hands? Cowl. Cowl. What's a cowl? I know the name. I know what it is. Where are they? Yes, they will. Very easily, in fact. Well, let me rephrase that. They will fight you, but, you know, it's not super difficult. So this is where you can start to see, you know, which. All right, so this block, that block over there, and this block right here are a little height. It's a height challenge, I think. They look a little lower or something. But other than that, and again, we could pop that part right back in the center. You know, bring it up, place it till you're happy with it. But symmetry-wise, it is much better than the cowling. And here's another way to tell. See how this actually lines up here now? They were always sort of off. Now this lines up to these pads. They were always a little twisted before with the that bit that we used before. I mean, the wackiness you could make, you know, with all this stuff just for fun, you know. Now, unfortunately, this will not work. You know, it won't fire out on all cylinders here. But just for hardy har-hars, you know, digging all the electricity. But notice how it's not all really. What do we got? All right, we might need to maybe turn some of those around or something, maybe. Let's see what happens if we go fly it. Right? Well, that's sort of the idea. I wish it would. So we probably have to rotate a few things around. But, yeah, it's pretty funky. You know I want to make a flying kaleidoscope. Doesn't handle very well, I'll tell you that much. So yeah, there it is. That's sort of the new better, slightly better. Oops. Oh, hold on. Slightly better method for making the Hab circle. I kind of want to see if I can't make that a little bit better. Let's put down, I think it's, now. Hey, welcome, Wolfhard. Am I teetering on the edge? I am. Damn it. Hate those ships flying by. That's not lined up. Yeah, with these off angles, they get a little trickier to line up, you know, appropriately, but it's still way better than what we had. And the height difference too, I mean, even though your cursor's in the same spot, your character might be dipping a little bit, which I've noticed. If you see, as we're kind of walking along the hab, there's been a little bit of dipping. They're not exactly flat. Andre Van Dal, thank you for the 15 Canadian. Thank you so much. Y'all are too good to me, yo. Super chat, super chat. Thank you all for the super chat. It's a height. I don't know. I got to get the right height on those. Oh, we didn't do this one here. That one might need to go up a little. Or not. I'm not really as concerned about height at this point as I am about, you know, circumference. Oh, no, 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 no. No. I am just trying to get people a decent circle without worrying about breaking their save, and not necessarily having to until that sort of thing is worked out. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? It also doesn't help that these ships constantly flying in and out. Goodbye. We always have to see. All right, we'll try this spot on the seam for our initial reference. Notice something? Doesn't look flat, does it? Looks like it's on an angle. On that, because we have a lot of light coming in from there, apparently. Damn you. Ah, you moron. You out of here, Mike UK? All right. Oh, an R2D2, that'd be dope. You could too, with this method. You could stack cylinder, bring it in halves for the dome on top, you know, kind of dome it out. The hard part would be the legs. But even that, no. And with Beeble's new thing, hopefully. Mike, do you agree that this is a more accurate version of the last one? Yay or nay? It's the only one that gives me a bit of trouble. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. But, you know, Beeble brings up a good point. Uh, you know, it makes the game really hard to render in the anomaly, you know, the other bases. And, you know, I see, you know, don't get me wrong. I love Blender stuff. I love anything creative when it comes to this game. You know, I mean, I'm torn on it. You know, I would love to see all this on that. You know, a Bender come into the anomaly, but at the same time, you know, people will be like, "Oh man, you know, I wish I could do that," and I get it. You know, I'm on the, you know, the torn side of the fence because I understand both parts. You know. Stop waiting. I am so notorious for that. Yay! All right, let's put some rooms on this. I saw, yeah, flying. Wasn't there flying pixel art kind of Sean Murray? And it gets really weird when you zoom the camera out. They get all funky. They start to de-render and kind of odd. All right, and we'll do the next set of angles. What's not connected? I hate this game sometimes. Hello? What do you mean? What is not connected? What is your major malfunction here? Sometimes this game just makes me nuts. And now we have to work on the final, for the 16, which will be... But see, look at what I mean. Like, you get in here and, like, everything tilted, and then things kind of, And is that really connected? I don't know about that. All right, so we kind of figure out where... Yeah, look at that. It looks tilted. Looks like it's doing that. I mean, it's probably an optical delusion, but it still looks like it. You made a sign, nice. Oh, no way, they had somebody who did a Nokia phone? Is it flying? Is it a flying Nokia phone? Oh, that would be so great. I need to see that one. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Sound Author. Yeah, definitely, please. That's so great. Yeah, I love this community's creativity, man. What other game? It's kind of... Like, they need to just make a cool ass building game. I think there's an internal line too. Yeah. It's been hard to see, but still seems to. Can't see that internal line at all. Good enough. That light is so bright. Nice. And why do we like the window? Because we can rotate the hub. Pink, 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 pink. So, is this perfect? No. Is it way better than using that other part for setup? Yeah. Is it way more accurate than that? Yes. Will it give you a much more uniform design? You betcha. There you go. It's pretty decent. Far superior to the last setup. Now we just got to get it better next time. Hex hammer, power switch logo. I mean, it's nice to have curves, you know. Curves make everything better. That's a good question. Sorry, Hexenhammer. Sorry, my apologies. Welcome, by the way. Does it look like on the other side? What do you mean? 5 wires on the other side make it look tilted. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, I got you. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. You know, I'm seeing a nice uniformity. If we wanted to be a little crazier, we could go the next scale up. You know, we could do 32. It's a pain, I'll tell you. You know, I wish we had, you know, a build camera. It would make this even easier. You know, we do have, again, height things. There's, you know, there's some minor bits and pieces. Unlike, you know, flying down, getting a circle made, you know, on your, you know, on the settlement, you know, yeah, that's going to be far superior because you have a snapped circle, you have a dedicated snap point, you know, you had a center point start, you know, so that sort of thing is always going to be far superior to pure manual placement like we're doing here. It also doesn't help that these things render weird. I think that's part of it. And, you know, once again, if you really want to get super nitpicky, you can go through and nitpick away and, you know, try to get it as perfecto as possible. But part limit gets in the way when you get into larger circles, yes. You know, this is, again, it is scaffold. This unfortunately does not connect. I really wish it would. But it does not currently. But I have a feeling we will get there with that. Or they better at least give it some round parts, you know, or some curved, you know, like the prefabs. Pete SB, welcome, welcome. So, I'm going to take a quick little break, and then we'll decorate this thing or something. Yeah, why not? What time is it? Yeah, I got a good hour left. We could get something done here. I do have to work tomorrow, but tomorrow night when I get home, hopefully if I'm not out too late, because tomorrow might be a crazy day, so I might not stream tomorrow. But our usual Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays, which will be our usual 10 a.m. And then also, you know, sometimes I sneak another one in later on, especially if we got new things and fun things to try and do. So, for those of you who cannot stick around, thank you so much for stopping in and giving us some of your time. For those of you who are sticking around, you know what I'm going to say. Get up, stretch out, peel the peepers away from the screen, and go get a beverage. Go do your bio break, because I really need to take one. And we'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, and for those of you leaving, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment, ring the bell, and all that jive. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. We're getting really close. We're like, you know, 100 and something away, I think, or 200 away. I don't know. I haven't looked in a minute. But we're getting closer. So please, if you know, like building content, you like weirdness, something grim this way comes. I'll be right back. But if you like building content and, you know, just being chill and, you know, learning weird building things and techniques and ideas, hey, consider hitting that subscribe button. All right, yeah, we'll be right back as soon as I can find that button. And I know it's around here somewhere. There it is. And we're going to get some Grimstone Media music happening right about now.
Clouds roll in, it's a mellow scene. Lights flicker soft like a faded dream. Laser beams cut through the rain. Easy vibes drifting like a train. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. Raindrops tap, not a soul around. Everything's still and my mind's unwound. Shapes in the mist, colors so bright. Nip, nip haze, feels like midnight. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. Clouds roll in, it's a mellow scene.
All right. Let's get back into this. All right. I got an idea, I think. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to bring this in a little bit. Now, for scaffold, this is fine. You know, I could definitely do something with this here. But I want a usable UFO. I want something I can, yeah, Learned. Believe me. I think I gotta see what Beeble did. If I can see what Beeble did, I might be able to get to the next level. You know what I mean? Or Beeble will figure it out, or Dark. Someone, one of us will. Um, throw on my little warm-up jacket here. No worries, Learned. A useful low. I need a useful low. Something we can actually, do something in and have fun and be crazy. So, what I'm thinking is, I don't know if we're gonna have enough parts to do it, but we'll give it a shot. And again, I unfortunately don't have all the time in the world today, but if we start it, we'll finish it either tomorrow night or Sunday morning. So, never fear. The end will someday be here. All right, we're going to bring this in, though, I think, for... No, because, no. Let's start by seeing what we can make the exterior look like. And then we'll go from there. All right, we're going to probably use my favorite part to use, which is this. Oh, damn it. That's right. Okay, so now we got to rotate everything. That's right. I forgot. We got one more step to do. And a bunch more in between. But, that's right. We got to rotate. We got to double our halves, right? Because we now need to... be able to flip our part around. So, we will... Do I want to do it that way? No, that's the hard way. That's the it takes more time way, I think. And yes, setup is always a pain in the behind. But we manage. We get there. I'm kind of like mildly rushing right now because I know there's something out there that I need to see in order to get what I want to get, which is vertical things and upside down things. Yeah. Just, here. Will that help? Sure, perfect. All right. We're gonna apply the edits. Come up here. Oh, yep, we're gonna come up here. And we're gonna put in the stairs. Pink. In our middle bit. Oh, no, hey. No. Don't need you there. Oh, I don't need you to do that either. And now that the stairs are in, that middle room. Ghosticon, what is going on? Excuse me. Grim, I'd love to play that track you sent me on my stream. Alright, now we're gonna rotate and do all the stuff and blah blah blah. Alright, rotate. Thank you. Copy. Thank you. Bink. And bink. Bump. And now we can get at all this a little easier, you know. not crammed in, you know. We're not crammed in there. All right, so that didn't work. So now I gotta re-rotate. Boom. Now I can drop it in. Boom. Every once in a while, you'll get a, you know, a non. All right. Yeah. Hell yeah. Give me a minute. I'll figure out a way to get it playing. Or I can wait for Sunday. I might wait for Sunday. More people show up on Sunday. Well, actually, we gotta. Oh, hey. Welcome, everybody. I didn't realize we had that many people here. All right, gotcha. Yeah, no, I gotta get it so I can, you know, push a button here and get it rolling. But I know I could do it through another thing and whatnot. You know, the way my stuff is set up, I think I can figure it out. But I gotta get volumes ready. That's the important one. So yeah, we'll do that on Sunday stream. It may even be like in a premiere. No. Damn you and the buttons. And if I soft lock tonight. All right. So, soft lock. I'm hoping it doesn't frickin' happen. I noticed something, and, you know, somebody had brought it to my attention. You know, people are noticing this because it is a issue. You know, if you, I forget the button combination, but all of a sudden you're stuck in your camera and you can't do anything. And then what happens, I noticed, is my controller, did I do this one or am I being a moron? Okay. My controller starts acting funky. And it won't reconnect. And then I forgot what I did, but I quit out and did some stuff and blah, blah, blah. I'll have to figure it out, just if it happens to anybody. I'm hoping, I just got an update on experimental. I'm hoping that might have been addressed. I don't know why I've been flipping that. It's just like, oh, hey, I can. And if you miss one, you always go back in and just repeat this process and spin the room around again, you know, no matter where you have it. And then to go in a half step and bring it up, you just, you know, you'll see that in a minute. Well, maybe. Might not get to that part right now, but. Time is not on my side. There's no need to do that turn there. You've already done it. Excuse me. And finally, I think our last one. Get in there. Thank you. I'm just trying to make sure the stairs aren't left over. No. No. I'm not done working yet. Thank you. Now I am. Alrighty. Now, I'd love to use floors and walls and, terrain deco. But I can't. So I'll deal. So we have to be kind of oddly creative here, I'm gonna guess, in order to get a usable interior the way I'm thinking about doing it. Okay, so we need to now do what? We need to... Okay, that's going to be on every... Got it. You're going to go... that way? Yes. So, you're going to go... that way? Yes. Is that going to work everywhere? Then what do you... Alright, so we got a gap in between. Okay. The other... Oops. Flip you around. No, that's wrong. Although, it's not wrong, it's just not the same pattern. I'm looking at it like, I kind of like that better. Hmm. Do, 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 do. That's not too bad. That's not too shabby. Smurford. This is Lux on YouTube, Bandcamp, Spotify, SoundCloud, you name it. Lux. Their channel is like very Blade Runner Vangelis. Very, just kind of chill thing to kind of build and not have to worry about, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are times mostly when I'm not, if I'm not streaming, I'm playing a whole bunch of other kinds of music. But since YouTube is crazy and copyrights everything, I got permission from this creator to use this track. So yeah, there you go. The long-winded version. All right, now what? Now what are you thinking? All right. Going to be a part eater. That's the problem. All right, 16. So we already got 32 plus 16 is 48, right? I'm almost halfway there. Make it smaller. My pleasure, Smurfo. I love music, and I'm always happy to share and listen to anything. I may like it, I may not, but I'll still give it a listen. Because I just might. All right. How do I do this? This is a new thought process. Because we're going to have to think about scaffold. Wish I could just put floors in here. All right. Instead of just staring at it, let's move some parts around and see what we get. If I'm at the right. All right. Get over here. All right, so now. This might be interesting. How do I do this? Not enough parts. Like, seriously, there's not enough freaking parts. Alright, let's bring these in a half a bit. So now we're going to grab, I like using this, the phase beam. It works well for me. So, because if you want to keep this and not have to move it every time, you need to put a holder. So, but if you're done doing what you're doing here, then you can move it. But I'm not done doing what I'm doing here. So I'm going to move. Now this won't go here for some bizarre reason. It's going to be that. So we have to bring this up, over. I know why, because all the snap points are locked out, right? And we could use this as a spare. You know, so that we don't lose our, you know, that bit, and we can add in a potential other bit. Parts are a factor. It sucks. It would just be nice. And I mean, I understand a limit, but 100 parts? Come on. Do you not know us builders by now? That is a drop in the bucket. I can barely create this that I'm doing now. Alright, we have got a holding pattern. Oh, 8 parts. Okay. Let's see here. This is where things get interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I thought I had that complexity mod on. I guess not. Number 1, 2. Gotta. Oh wait. No. Damn it. I got 5 parts. Rain over thin. Welcome. I'm trying to, but I've reached my part complexity, so we're going to have to make a smaller version. Okay. We will try, rain over thin. We will do our best. All right, 5. 5, 5, 5. We need these. No, no, I don't. Or I just do all of my moving now. Really? Alright, you know what? Alright, we don't need this. We will make it smaller. I really don't want to. I like this shape. That's crazy. I wish I could do that. I even installed a mod, but it isn't working. And I don't know if it's because I'm on experimental, and I think it might be. Grumble, grumble, grape, grape, blown, grown. This gets much harder to decorate. The outer skin portion. We have proven your complexity limit is not an issue. You render, however, because of the complexity. Alright, I don't want to bring this in necessarily to make a smaller one. And I'm not gonna. Damn it, I'm not gonna. We're going to figure out how to deal with this. We're just going to be, unfortunately, kind of in a predicament if we crash. Huh, that's insane, but I wish I would have that luxury. Alright, we can move these around as much as we want, so let's just do that. Ooh. Alright, I was freaking out there for half a second. I thought, that wasn't working anymore. Damn it. I'm so tired of that. There we go. I don't know who exactly found this. I mean, I think a few have. But this shifting stuff is great. Nice. Internal components? I'm pretty certain it's probably impossible after the patch. I have yet to hear of anybody. I hear there's a way to do it with adding in your Windows last. I think something along those lines. I think the Listicola mentioned that. I mean, you know, a brand new build mechanic, a brand new thing. It's, you know, there's a lot of people doing a lot of stuff trying to figure out, you know, what's going on with this. We're finding the problems, and that's what's great about this community. Everyone's kind of, hey, did you notice this, or did this happen to you? I might have to figure out that complexity mod and make that work. Because I'll tell you, I can't, you know, I can't stop building. It's impossible. You just want to make it better and better. You're like, now I got this idea because I just did this. I have to remember what I did over here. Okay, so that's that one. Gotcha. Okay, why is that jumping over to there? Stop jumping, would you? There, okay, I gotta do it that way. Alright. Okay. Got it. Backwards do it or something. Don't. Make a flying flower instead. Yeah, cause see, then I gotta. Yeah, you get. This is gonna eat up all the parts. We're at 85 right now. And then if we take. No, I mean we're gonna remove a bunch of this, but I'm thinking of what I wanted to do. I don't know if it's gonna be possible. Yeah, I could cap it off there. That might work. Alright, let's get this ring, because now we're going to, let's see here, if we do, so we got 32, 64, 50 pieces, plus, we need, alright, let's try this. I've already done this anyway. I've already done this bit. Let's try something a little bit different. Still gonna eat up parts. But it might look cool doing it. Alright, where's the front? That's the front. That'd be too many parts. We might as well just do what we were about to do. Okay, why are those not? Or do I need to flip that for that to make? Yeah, okay. Ah, but it stops at some point. Okay. Alright, so there's a side bit where that. Alright, how do we get all of it to be electric? Hmm. Hmm. Weird. It kind of goes electric, but what are you doing? Why aren't you? Why do you go electric and is the deal? There's some stuff going on with that too, even just with the, the rock hopper part there. What gets it going all of a sudden, you know? Like, it's like, all right, I guess I'll do whatever now. Ballista Cola, what's going on? Always gotta be one. Come on, really? You're gonna do this? Oh. Always gotta be one. You son of a biscuit. See, I want that, not that. Alright, you're out of here. You're gonna... Still not gonna do what I need you to do. Alright. Hmm. Lee Smith. It should still work, Lee, but if there are any Xbox players who would like to, make an attempt, because we've been doing it all night here. So, but there might be one thing, because I know I've done it a bunch of times where I just miss that one little thing, and I'm like, oh, there it is. Now these engines have me curious. I'm like, why? And also, why don't you do what I want you to do? Yeah, like, why are you doing that? If you don't start to... It's so bizarre. There's something under there blocking it, I know. You? Ah, there you are. That's part of the problem right there. Or not. Are you a double? Yes. What the... Alright, you'll let me do everyone but that one. Why? It's the exact same setup. Oh. But no. That last one. Oh, no, did we get it? Did we freaking get it? Thank you. Jeez. But no, it's not this. No, it's not. No. Did we? Ah, that freaking move. Yeah, sometimes what it is like the stairs, the stairs got moved, or... All right, now we get electricity. No, son of a... We had to get used to this new build mechanic. Right here, locked in there. Well, you know, hopefully hopefully you know, you're just missing that one little element. You know what I mean? Hmm. I want to know why these do what they do. Okay. Only a little electricity coming out of that. But why are you doing that, but you're not? Okay, and you have electricity now, but you do not. Right, you have electricity, but you're crossed over. Alright, let's try that one. Wait a minute, how come that one looks so... Just curiosity stuff right now. But see, this section's not. That section is not working. Okay. Just curious why this does what it does. It's a little wackadoo. Oh, wait, hold on. No, that's the same. Alright, let's try again. Not this. I'm gonna... Oh, no, it's... Right now, we're just playing around with design stuff. Oh, no, son of a... Yeah, deleting things in this game, especially for shipbuilding, can be dangerous. When you do from the center, did you go to one side or both, or was it the hab with the ladder? Have one in. I'm lost with what you're saying there, my friend. When you, I didn't use the ladder for my setup. I used the window and I used the satellite, one of the satellite dome. What time is it? Oh, jeez. I did it again. This game is a time vampire. All right. I really don't want to change my setup, but I guess I can. And we'll try to bring it in and save some parts, I guess. Lee is stuck. Alright, let's try and get Lee unstuck here. Before I have to, I really should be going. I gotta work tomorrow. I need to eat something. Like, it's time. Alright. That actually works better. I like that better. I like that much better. I'm alright with that. I'm alright. Let's do a little bit of save here. All modules must be connected. There we go. How about that? Yep. Good. Alright, let's get into another save real quick. Alright, Lee, I got you. Give me a sec, bro. Okie doke. So, I need to get rid of this 32 anyway. It's too big to do anything with. It's fun for, you know, alright, hold on. We got you. We got you. We got you. Okay. Okay. What you need is this. Okay? If you go to turn this and you don't have this, you're going to lose your stairs and vice versa. So that was bizarre. Okay. So this may help too. I know it's a little weird and it doesn't really make any sense, but rotate your stairs once when you put it in. Okay. Don't forget, once you've done that, you can come down here and be careful because you can delete the stairs through this. I've done it. Although it looks like they may have done something with that. So I usually just hit this bottom left corner, make sure your stairs are there, one rotation, place. Then to the side, copy, move in, boom. Then remove, and then anything that this one touches, you can, duplicate into. Might be an Xbox thing unless somebody else is using it. Hey, Rebel Couch Gamer, what is going on? So, again, just 1, 2, 3. You can even hold off on now, but back out, edit, come over. Drop that ladder right there. Right in the middle. Modify. Now, you can't move this without something on top of it. Boom, like so. So now you rotate, place, copy, phase. This is the top. So you need, over the ladder, you need a hab. Otherwise, when you turn that room, the ladder disappears. And it doesn't actually turn. Because I don't know if no, I'm sorry. It does turn, but the ladder determines the other direction. So, you need that top one. And then you need the other two sandwiched in order to actually tell it to do that rotation. At least from my experience. That may have changed, but... Alright, folks. Again, I want to thank everybody for hanging out and stopping in tonight. Great to see some new faces. Perfect. You're grokking my mouse music? Alright. Let's call in something that might be finished here. What do we got? Yeah, let's get our abstract defender out. I need to paint it still, but and I need to fix this bit here. But for now, it works. No worries, Lee. My pleasure. That's why I'm here. Ask questions. I will do my best to answer them. I'm blowing you in a minute. Let's do that. Yeah, see, this one came out nice. It's got some, the lines, the jet stream, all that goes through. And Lee, I can always, I can always join you in game if you need. I won't be able to tonight, unfortunately, because I really need to like stop right now and eat and then get ready to, unfortunately go to work tomorrow. But tomorrow's my Friday, so I'm stoked for that. Well, the ladder direction doesn't really matter. That doesn't matter. What does matter is the hab on top, the two on the side. You know, it needs to. So those three, the ladder, the top, that's what you need. And then you rotate that bottom one. Then add in your second one. Keep that. Delete all the other stuff. Add in your seconds. You double up on it all. You're on night shift, so okay. Yeah, I gotta paint this thing. And we gotta add some light to it. I don't really actually like it. I like the top portion of it. I'm thinking about actually deleting the disc and making this into its own separate ship, because I kind of like the shape. I like the engines, and I think, I'll add a little bit to it, because I like the electrical bit and that line. Or I might just remake that. I don't know. We'll see. But it needs some love. All right, y'all. Thanks again so much for stopping in. I will be on potentially tomorrow night unless I get home late again, and then I will probably just crash. But I'll usually be on Discord, just noodling about. Feel free to join the Discord if you ever see the music lounge with me in it. Oh, Mark Ashton, you're just showing up. I'm just about to end. I unfortunately have to go because I got to work tomorrow morning. But thanks for stopping in. And I wish I could play in VR. That'll be my next one, but I don't want to spend a bunch of money and still get nauseous. I would love to do VR in this game. I would love it. What was I going to say? I got all confused because I saw somebody dropped in right at the end. I feel bad about that. I always hate when that happens. It's like, oh, I just showed up and now you're ending. Let's fly into the Nexus and we'll... Imagine having a Corvette with a Starship on it. Yeah, I want to do that, Lee. I'd love to be able to do that, because then you could take that off like a shuttle, Hey, shuttles might actually be useful sometime. All right, y'all. I need to get going. I really do. I love hanging out and staying in building and doing all this, but, responsibilities and bills to pay and all that. If I could do this for a living, I'd be stoked. So speaking of that, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit that bell, leave a comment, do the thumbs up thing. All the things YouTube wants us to do. And hopefully we'll see you again soon, which will be either tomorrow night if I get home early, but probably not. So I'll be in Discord. And but definitely Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. All right, y'all. Oh, and I've got a tutorial coming out for that, making the better circle that we did in the beginning of the video. If you want to rewind to some of that. I have a better setup than the original one for making the, circular shape. Also check out Beeblebum. He's been doing some amazing stuff. He just learned how to tilt something or go vertical. I gotta see it. I'm gonna watch that. I'll probably watch that while I'm eating my dinner. And, yeah, that's about it. All right, y'all. We'll see you soon. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your eve. Until next time, this has been me, Kevin C. here at Action Fans Gaming, wishing all of you out there in the No Man's Skyverse a little bit of love, peace, and starship grease. Get your action pants on. Get out there. Start building some wild and wacky stuff. Starships. But don't forget about terrain building. And hopefully, we'll see you again soon. All right, y'all. Take care. Bye, everybody. There's my ship. Yay! Yeah. I like the top part. All right. Good night, y'all.
Action Pets Gaming. Chill vibes tonight. Chill vibes tonight. Laid back life. Laid back. No stress, no fight. No stress, no fight. Throwing parts together. Throwing parts. Crafting all night. Get ready to build. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Chill vibes tonight. Chill vibes tonight. Laid back life. No stress, no fight. No stress, no fight. Throwing pots together. Crafting all night. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna